What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Overboy and I'm going to be doing my review for the 2002 movie Sweet Home Alabama. So in this movie, New York fashion designer Melanie Carmichael suddenly finds herself engaged to the most eligible bachelor, but her past holds many secrets, including Jake, the redneck husband she married in high school who refuses to divorce her, and bound and determined to end their contentious relationship once and for all, Melanie sneaks back home to Alabama to confront her past. So this is a really, really good movie. This is one of those movies that came out, and it was a pretty big hit when it came out. A lot of people loved it and stuff, and it never really gets talked about anymore nowadays. It was kind of like a hit of the time that it was out, but it wasn't like a super mega hit that's become this movie that's so well beloved by tons of people, and it's a classic and stuff to a lot of people and everything. I understand people not liking it, but I really enjoy this movie. The story is pretty simplistic, but it's entertaining, engaging throughout and everything, and it's got a really great cast. Reese Witherspoon is really great as Melanie. I feel like this is one of her best characters and everything. She just does a really great job playing this character. And Josh Lucas is really good as Jake, her husband, and everything. And the two of them work really, really well off of each other. And her fiance is played by Patrick Dempsey. His character's name is Andrew. And she also works really good with him. He doesn't have a lot of screen time, though. He's mainly in here in the beginning and then during the third act of the movie, but he's gone throughout most of the movie and everything, because it's mostly her reconnecting with this town and the people that she lived around growing up and stuff and everything. She's reconnecting with her hometown throughout most of the movie, and I love that story. Like, I'm a sucker for movies where people go back to their hometowns and rediscover their family and their roots and everything like that. I love movies like that and everything, and this movie executes it perfectly. Like, this movie is filled with all the cliches you would expect from this type of movie, but it does it in a way that works really well. The execution is just really good on this movie. This is a really good rom-com and everything, and I like what they did with it. I love the small town setting and everything. I'm a sucker for small town movies where all the characters are really likable. They're just this group of people and stuff, and all the characters that she runs into are really likable characters and everything, and it's just a fun movie and everything. And there's some really funny parts in here too, especially the scene where her dad is reenacting the Civil War with a whole bunch of other people and everything, and they're all laying on this field pretending to be dead and stuff, and they start talking to her and everything, and then they when they're done talking to her, they just lay back down and go back to being dead like they were before. It's just little silly humor like that it's not like bust a gut laugh out loud funny, but it's just humorous and everything. There's a lot of really humorous moments in here throughout the movie and everything. A lot of it, especially between the banner between Reese Witherspoon and Josh Lucas. Their banner is a lot of fun to watch and everything, and they work so well off of each other and everything. And I like how she goes from hating it to falling back in love with her hometown and everything, and the people that she left behind, and how she kind of reconnects with everybody and everything. I just love that about the story, and the way it's written is just really well done and everything. And the music in here is pretty decent too. There's some pretty good pop songs from the early 2000s that are pretty good and everything, so I like that. And I do love the ending where when she ultimately makes her decision who she goes with. I like that they went the route they did and everything. I know they could have gone either way, but I think it worked out for the best the way it did. The ending was good and everything, so I don't really have any negatives with this movie. It's one that I've always loved. Nostalgia plays a big part in this movie because I've watched it ever since I was a little kid. This was my introduction to Reese Witherspoon, who is my favorite actress and everything, so I've always loved this one, and it was one I watched a lot with my grandma when it first came out on VHS. We watched it, we rented it on from Blockbuster and everything because our neighbor had recommended it and everything. And after we watched it, she ended up getting it for Christmas, and we watched it quite a few times after that and everything. We watched it so much that we ran her tape out. But this is a movie that I just really, really enjoy, and it's a fun spin on the rom-com, and it's got some really good twists and turns, and it's just a really, really good movie. So I'm gonna go as far to say that because of my love for this movie, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. I can't think of any reasons not to for me personally and everything, my personal experiences with this movie. I just love it so much that I can't find any reason to give it anything under a 10 out of 10 and everything, because it's just, to me, it's a perfect movie. Like, this is the movie that I hold these type of movies up to and everything. The going back to your roots, storytelling and stuff. I feel like this is the best of that kind of storytelling and everything. So I really enjoy this movie. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of Sweet Home Alabama, and hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.